1880s Gotham City. Dr. Amadeus Arkham is a physician who dabbles in psychiatry. He will later go on to found Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane and go crazy himself, but that hasn't happened yet. Dr. Arkham was called in by Detective Lofton to aid in a murder investigation. The victim is a prostitute, the fifth one to turn up dead recently. Police Chief Cromwell is not happy to learn of Arkham's involvement in the investigation. Detective Lofton also invited bounty hunter Jonah Hex into the investigation. Cromwell is not happy about this either. Arkham and Hex head to a local bar for clues. Arkham talks a lot. Hex doesn't. They're the original odd couple. Hex questions a prostitute friend, upsetting her John. A fight ensues. Hex wins. He learns from his prostitute friend, Belle, that the recent murder victim was last seen alive with a man's skull-shaped ring. The next night, Belle is found dead. There's a message with her corpse telling Hex to leave town. They scour the underworld for answers, but Arkham thinks their suspect is among the upper class. He secures 2 invitations to a charity event put on by Mayor Cobblepot. Sure enough, they find some men wearing skull rings at the party. In fact, all the men at the party are wearing skull rings. Hardcore. Arkham and Hex return to Arkham's home to regroup, but are attacked by a throng of masked men. A fight ensues. Hex wins. They discover their investigation has upset the Religion of Crime, an organization that is made up of the most powerful men in Gotham. Meanwhile, the Religion of Crime prepares to kill Chief Cromwell for allowing the investigation to continue. Hex bursts in just in time to save Cromwell. A fight ensues. Hex wins, with an assist from Arkham. While celebrating their victory, Arkham, Hex, and Cromwell are ambushed. Cromwell is killed. Arkham and Hex part ways. Jonah Hex accepts a job from Thurston Moody, whose son is missing. Hex heads to the orphanage to find clues about the rash of missing children in Gotham. Hex runs into Dr. Arkham at the orphanage. Arkham examines a child who has been recovered after 3 years missing. The clues lead him to suspect the missing children may be in Gotham's sewers. Hex and Arkham investigate. They find a Temple of Doom level of child slavery going on in the sewers. Hex moves to take down the goons while Arkham frees the children, but they are captured and thrown down a waterfall. They survive the fall, but then run into the lost tribe of Miagani. A fight ensues. Hex and Arkham get away, but they run into a giant bat. Hex kills the bat. Bat-killing earns the respect of the Miagani. They direct them to an exit, conveniently located near Wayne Manor. They solicit the help of Alan and Catherine Wayne. With the police, they storm the sewer slave ring and discover Thurston Moody, whose son Hex is trying to find, is behind all the orphan enslaving. Moody's son was kidnapped by parents of that scrawny pale kid. They return the boy to his mother, but Thurston has already fled to New Orleans. Hex and Arkham arrive in New Orleans and meet up with Nighthawk and Cinnamon, vigilantes that have a complicated relationship with Hex. Hex agrees to help them investigate a group of anarchists calling themselves the August 7. Hex goes undercover into an underground fighting ring while Nighthawk and Cinnamon prowl the streets. Meanwhile, Arkham gets himself arrested at an opium den. Smooth. Hex impresses the August 7 with his fighting abilities. They offer him employment if he's willing to prove his loyalty by blowing up a boat full of immigrant workers. Hex tells Nighthawk and Cinnamon that he intends to go through with the plan in spite of their objections. Hex also steals Nighthawk's magic healing necklace. Yes, she has a magic necklace. When Hex arrives to pick up the explosives, he is confronted with Arkham, who had given up everything while in prison. The August 7 still intend to blow up the boat, but now they plan to blow up Hex and Arkham, too. The end.